nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends. Let's be more than friends. Yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day. Yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
What is going on, Andrew? Thanks for joining us today. Honey Delight, welcome back. Linda, welcome back. Nakona, what's going on? Zimmy, how are you doing? We got, I think that's it. Okay, Honey Delight, Jamie Lee, RR, and RR. Thank you for your donations. I greatly appreciate that. So let's hop straight into the donations, shall we? Why not? Allie Marie, what is going on? Good to see you as well. All right, let's see what we got. New Aries guy, what are the feelings for me? If I was an Aries guy, I would straighten my camera up. If I was an Aries guy, I would have a tarot tower in the limelight. I'd have a tarot tower in the limelight. What haven't we used? Like, we've used a lot of, we're going to start off with a Thoth derivative. We might as well start off with a Thoth derivative and just get it nice and warmed up over here. All right, let's check this out and find out what the new Aries guy has feelings for us. Do they like us? Are they enamored with us? Are they in love with us? Maybe. Sarah, welcome to the stream. Renee, thank you for your donation. Hey, Delight, thank you for your other donation. Mama Bina. Bardman, what's going on, both y'all? Hello, welcome back. Tosh, thank you for your donation. That's a lot of donations. All right, let's go forth and read for said donations. Okay. Well, let's see. New Aries guy, feelings for me. This is a topic of concern. This is something that you have been thinking about, obviously, because you asked me. Sarah, thank you for your donation. This is something that's hot on the mind. Nine of Swords. We're kind of concerned. Do they like us? Will they contact us this weekend? What's going on? All of that other stuff. We need to know this. Tosh, thank you for your other donation. Nine of Swords, this is a level of concern. Now, Nine of Wands, it does say that this is a relationship that does have a couple of moving parts to it, right? Not going to be a simple or easy relationship at all. They do have some good feelings for you. We have the Emperor. I think they enjoy the interaction. They like you. They enjoy kind of, where you're at, what you're doing, and all this other stuff. And I think that they enjoy you overall. So I think the current feelings are pretty good. I think they have you on their mind in fact, because we do have that 9 sort of sitting there with that. Now let's do the next question, which is, will they contact me this weekend? Okay, so they like us, they enjoy us. Renee, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? It's good to see you. All right. They like us. They enjoy our company. They have us on their mind. Well, will they contact? Will they pick up the phone and make a call? Root of Fire says yes. We're going for a thumbs up over here. Whoops, we're going for the thumbs up over here. I like it. I like it indeed. Root of Fire. They're actually going to take that Emperor card from the previous read, get that fiery aspect, and get it moving, get it going on, and contact you this weekend. I definitely think that is going to happen. We do have some changes coming. I do think that they are sort of moving along, changing some things over there as they go. But Death says the relationship will change, or the connection will change shortly. I don't think it's right. Four of Cups is luxury, but it's also getting stuff that we may not want. In the Thoth derivative, you kind of have luxury being, something that you have good times with, something that you enjoy, something we have a beautiful flow of the cups, and that's kind of what we need with the emotion, all of that stuff. They are not only thinking about you, they want to contact you, and they will use the Emperor Fire from the previous card, get an Ace of Wands action out, and do the contact indeed. So that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. They like you. They'll be thinking about you, and they will definitely be contacting you this weekend. All right. What is going on next? Keys, welcome. How you doing? I'm having a beautiful day. How are you doing, Keys? Okay, Honey Delight, why is the energy so bad between my shift leader? If I were to have bad energy and I needed to fix it, I would get my recently fixed deck called the Arcana Tarot. The Arcana Tarot. We're going to get the recently fixed deck, and we're going to use that because, we can fix this. We can fix this indeed. Mama Bina, what is your question? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. Let's see. Healing Oaths, thank you for your donation. All right, Honey Delight. Why is the energy just so bad? We're just not in sync. It feels like things just aren't moving the right direction. Things aren't the way that we need it to be. You do have a little bit of sort of change coming in regards to that, in my opinion. All right. So basically the shift leader's kind of a butthole. I mean, I'm not saying they are definitely a butthole, but they seem to be a little bit of a butthole. They seem to have basically some things going on back there that you're not aware of. They seem to have some issues in the personality. They seem to just be kind of not exactly the best person for the job, quite frankly, because they can't handle stress well. You load them up with stress, they're like, oh my God. And I don't think they handle it well. And I think the company loads them up quite well with stress. I think the company just loads them up nicely. They just deliver it, hand delivered. Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. DC, what's going on? And I don't think they handle it well. The Hierophant says you're kind of stuck with them. You're just going to have to deal with what they dish out, but quite frankly. I think the Ten of Stones is happy family, happy home. I think this is a good place, overall for the time being for you. We do have a capability of making money. It does appear this person's not going to, this person seems to be content with where they're at. You seem to be okay for now. Basically it just says make a happy home, make a happy family with this particular thing, right? HK, thank you for your PayPal donation. I appreciate you. Let me know what your question is. Oh, never mind. You just did. All right. But I'm just going to say, you're going to have to just deal with it. I mean, there's nothing you did. It's this person can't handle stress. Renoa, thank you for your donation. You're going to have to just sort of cope with it and deal with it. I don't think there's anything you could really do. In fact, if we were completely replaced you with somebody else, I think they'd have an issue with that person as well. It just seems like this person just has issues overall. Right? You get a little devil action in there. What can you do? What can you do? You're just going to have to sort of deal with it. There's not much you can band-aid up and fix. There's not much you can do. Just kind of weather the storm for now kind of thing, right? Anyway, Jamie Lee wants to know, B's current feelings and next actions towards me. Thank you. Well, thank you. All right. Let's see what is going to happen. Let's see what is going to happen with B. Hopefully, if B doesn't work out, there's always C. There's always C is what I say. You know what I'm saying? All right. Online business or general. I will do it, Mama Bina. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see. Julie, thank you for your donation. Oh, yeah. B's current feelings, actions towards me. You got the Justice card. You got a little Ten of Wands going on, and you got the World. I like the feeling overall. I like the feeling. Now, there is something about this person that's a little bit different than everybody else. That's for sure. Jamie, I think you already figured that out. They have something a little bit different than everybody else. How they approach things, what they do, how they sort of go about doing things. And you're going to have to adjust yourself with that, definitely. You're going to have to adjust yourself with that. The 10 of Wands says, in fact, it feels like this person just carries a little too much on their mind, a little too much weight as they go through life. The 10 of Ashes, they think everything is kind of their fault sometimes. They think everything is sort of needs to be nitpicked, needs to be micromanaged sometimes. I don't think that works as a life strategy, but that's the way B kind of handles things. Blah, thank you for your donation and welcome back, Blah. How you doing? Justice says that there needs to be a balance between you and B. I think that's going to be hard to acquire. I think it's going to be hard to get. And that is going to be basically how the reading goes, right? Current feelings? Okay. The World card's nice and clean. It comes in. It makes it great. I like it. I really think it's good. Yogi, thank you for your donation. But the World card can't really be offset by the need to micromanage things or the need to sort of cause a rift sometimes. Justice, you're going to have to balance this whole thing out. I think the actual procedure of balancing all out is going to be quite difficult indeed in the long run. But I think you can do it. I have confidence in you. Blah, thank you for your other donation. All right. Let's go with this deck right here. All right, Nikona, thank you for your donation. Woo, how many donations we got? All right, we got 28 donations, and we've been live for 10 minutes. All right, that's a donation every 30 seconds. Okay, let's see what we're doing now. No, actually, that's a donation. Well, no, it's a donation every 10 seconds. No. Yeah, every 20 seconds. All right, donation every 20 seconds tonight. I mean, we're rocking it tonight. This is the place we need to be. All right, now, Renee. We're going to do Renee, then we're going to hop over to the PayPal. We'll hop over to PayPal real quick. All right. Will it be, HK, thank you for your other donation. All right. Will it be better for me to find a new job in 2022? Renee, what's wrong with the old job, Renee? Renee, let's see what's going to happen now. Let's see what's going to happen. Something tells me this matter takes care of itself, is what I'm saying. Something tells me this whole thing just takes care of itself. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You ain't got to worry about nothing. That's the first reaction I had, just intuitively, right? Okay. I mean, okay, we could do that. Okay, we could do that. Have patience. Have patience. There is something else coming. A steady job. A steady job. Basically, yeah. I think it would be better to actually get a new job in 2022. I wouldn't rush. I would not rush. Renee, here's the deal. I think it's going to be super duper obvious when to get the new job. I think all of this is going to be taken care of in the background. I think it's going to be super obvious about how to get the new job, when it's coming, what you're going to do, and all of that other stuff. You don't have to reach far. You don't have to desperately grasp and search. And it feels like that a lot of this takes care of itself. I say that because of the Four of Cups. The job that you have, I don't think is going to suffice in 2022 for the totality of 2022. I think that you do have better options. I think you do have better connections. I do think you do have something that's coming in. It's going to take advantage, it's going to come in. It's going to be obvious, and you're going to be able to take advantage of this opportunity to get something different and get a steady job. Because I think a steady job with more money is coming in. I think it's going to be blazingly obvious when it arrives too. That's what's important, though. That's what's important in life, is having all of this take care of itself. What you don't want to do is just be desperately seeking, desperately searching, and you feel like you're just not making any progress towards the end goal. That's the way it goes sometimes, but for you, I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think it's going to handle itself, no problem at all. No problem at all. All right, the first PayPal donation was from Mama Bina. Mama Bina wants to know something. What does Mama Bina want to know? Let's find out. Let's go over here to chat and look on my chat app. All right, business, online business, general. Just give me something, right? Love apples? What's going on? What is going on? Darn viruses. What's going on with the viruses over there? You a little better? Oh, okay. Boo-boo. Yeah, I'm glad you're getting a little better over there, boo-boo. All right. Read about the online business or get a little bit of a general action going with that. Okay. I will say for online business, it looks like we're going to connect with that. Now, there's some hefty choices to be made with the online business. I think, in other words, there's like three main paths that you can take right now for this business, or decisions that we can make, or things that we can kind of be optimized around in this particular business. Midnight, thank you for your donation. I think one of those choices is going to be just a bad choice overall. Luckily, I think there are better choices to be made. Now, the command that you take over some of these decisions is going to be important, obviously, for online business. I think one of them is kind of a weak decision, or kind of something you don't really have to just sort of grasp and reach for and whatnot. I think the other two are just going to be a more serious decision, or something that's going to be more critical on how you get the things done. I think that throughout these decision-making process, or things like that, you're going to basically get a new path to take with some of your online business transactions, or sort of how you run the business overall. And I think that's going to be a remarkable improvement overall from the business, from what you're currently doing now. So basically, we have the Eight of Wands talking about a new movement, a new action to take. We have a poor decision that is sort of waiting to be made that you definitely don't want to do. And I think if you look far enough ahead, do a little chess strategy, I think you'll be able to see which is which with that. Now, the two decisions that need to be made, they're going to be critical to the business, I think, are going to be pretty presenting themselves in a little bit. I mean, a couple of months kind of thing, a few months, couple of months. Neve, what's going on? Good to see you. Overall, I would keep an eye out for those. Now, the easy decision, the simple decision, I think is coming up right around the corner. In fact, this is something that's going to be able to generate you more money after you make the movement, or after you chase the new idea, or after you go for the next thing that you need to do, kind of thing. But basically, just beware of what is happening with these decisions. Be aware that two of the decisions are going to be important for you overall, especially for the business. And one of them is going to lead you down a path that you did not expect. So that is sort of a little bit of an online business read for you. So I think that's going to be kind of fun, cool, entertaining. Hopefully everything works out. Mama Bina, as well as always, thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming back and hanging out with us. Look at you. All right. HK had a donation over PayPal. HK wanted to know something. They wanted to know, why did Eli act so aloof with me? All right. Why did Eli act so aloof with me? And last night, all right, so we had an issue last night. Eli was just acting really kind of weird. You know, Eli doesn't normally act like that. We don't know what's going on. Tarot at the end of the rainbow, in case you wonder what this deck is what it is. Now let's find out what the hell is wrong with Eli. I mean, what's going on with Eli that they just have to be weird like that? Or they have to be kind of unusual with that. We got to figure this stuff out, is what I'm saying. I don't know. We got a little 2, we got a little action, and a 7. Man, they didn't want to deal with it. They didn't want to deal with it. They just didn't want to deal with anything last night. I'm just saying they didn't want to deal with anything last night. If they could escape last night entirely, I think that they would. You do have some issues dealing with things. You do have a defensiveness that came about last night, right? Sarah, we haven't gotten to your read yet. I got 10 billion reads to go. Sarah, you are 3 away. You're 3 away, Sarah. All right, let's look at, I would look at the queue, but it's kind of long. We'll look at the queue. I think it's kind of long there. We got Sarah. You are somewhere in here. You are like up here somewhere. Anyway, you're 3 away. All right. I'm just saying that they didn't want to deal with some of the things last night. They're in a situation where they just don't want to deal with a lot of things. They're in a situation where they just don't, they're just not prepared. They're just lacking preparedness. And I think Eli gets that way sometimes. I don't think Eli... I mean, you're looking at Eli. Eli seems to know what they're doing. Eli seems to be okay with this kind of stuff, but Eli just seems to be a little bit off guard, a little bit defensive. You just got to kind of deal with it, right? Because I think Eli is into something new. I think Eli is challenging something new. I think Eli is diving into something that they're not really prepared for at the moment. The Ace of Coins, this is something that's going to be interesting for them, but man, they are not prepared. And you're just going to have to deal with that. You're just going to have to deal with that. That is the way that it goes. That is the way that it goes with Eli sometimes. Oh, but overall, Eli's all right. I mean, I'm not saying Eli's just aloof all the time. Eli's normally pretty good, but they just don't want to deal with it. They're unprepared for some things. They got some new things happening. That's the way it goes. Anyway, you did. I know, Sarah. Sarah, we have 28 donations, and we by the time that we were 10 minutes in. So, Sarah, you were early, but it is kind of in perspective. Of being in the Tarot Oracle show. I mean, that's it. That is it. All right. Oh, no. Did my thing just lock up? No, it didn't. Okay. Honey Delight wants to know. A general. Give Honey Delight a little general action over here. We can do that. We can do that indeed. Get some general action going. Let's find out. If I was going to be a general reading, I would go ahead and go for, wait for it, the Tarot of Oppositions. I think that would be all right. I think that would be all right indeed. All right, Honey Delight. Let's get a little general out there. I mean, Honey Delight, what's going on with love? Honey Delight, what's going on with love? That's like the first, okay, well, I'm doing intuition now, right? First thing I got was Honey Delight, what's going on with the love? That was the first thing going on with that. We're going to lean on love. Just going to lean on love for this, just the way it goes. We're going to lean on the love because that's where I'm headed right now. Knight of Cups. Something awkward with the love that's coming in, something awkward, something that just doesn't jive, something that just doesn't synchronize with some of the love that's coming in, some of the opportunities that are coming in, some of the emotions that are coming in that you need to get. Something's off. The Knight of Cups reversed. It feels like some of these things are just not lining up the way that they need to. It almost feels like in love that you have a puzzle to create or a puzzle to finish. And in that puzzle, a lot of the pieces just don't fit. And you're looking at the picture of the puzzle and you're like, this piece should fit right here. And then you try to fit it in and it doesn't fit. It just seems like that is how it's going sometimes with the love, the Knight of Cups reverse, pouring out the things, the emotions not synchronizing, some of the emotions being off. It feels like that this is going to continue. It feels like your emotions are a little bit off balance or off center. I would say all the way into early January. It feels like this month is going to be kind of weird with that. You have the Ace of Swords, which is the good side of the Ace of Swords, penetrating into Cancer. On the other end, we have the sort of somebody receiving that. Well, this sounds bad. Okay, you know what I'm saying. Ace of Swords says you have a new contact in love, is what I'm saying. Ace of Swords is a new contact, a new communication with love. It almost feels like the communication, the contact, really sort of fixes a lot of the stuff that's out of sync. And that's going to be a good thing because we have the second Knight of Swords. Things start moving along. Things start moving very quickly. Things start moving in a direction that you kind of like. And that's going to kind of be what fixes a lot of this. But, that is it. That is it. Anyway, there's your general leaning towards love. December being kind of challenged, being kind of awkward, I would say. In January, a lot of that just fixes itself. You don't have to be concerned, too worried about that in general. No pun intended for the general. Maybe pun intended for the, I don't know. Anyway, there's your general manager, Jocelyn. Do they like me? I mean, Jocelyn's been around. Jocelyn has been around, but does Jocelyn like me or does Jocelyn like not like me at all? We need to find out. What the hell's going on with Jocelyn right now. My mind plays a cheesy sitcom intro when he said the Tarot Oracle show. It is a show. Me and Christine were talking about this morning. We're saying that basically this I don't do a lot of I don't do a lot of spiritual stuff on the stream. Like I don't light the candles, and I don't, you know, I'm just sort of missing a lot of this stuff. I don't really do that kind of stuff. I just go and throw the tarot down. You know what I mean? Just throw it down. Love Apples, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. I think that's kind of my style. I want to throw it down, see what it is, see what happens, see what kind of things we can get into, and just basically approach it from that perspective, right? I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. Anyway, but yeah, it's a Tarot Oracle show. All right. My manager, Jocelyn, do they like me? Lovers upright says, yeah. I mean, that's simple. Another reading where you really don't have to do much, right? You don't have to do much. You just kind of throw the cards down. The lovers, right? Lovers upright, yes, they do like you. Nine of Cups, they think that you bring a lot of good things to this. This is interesting. It's almost like you improve the mood of the place. Tosh, I'm just going to say it now. It's almost like you improve the mood of the place when you're there. It's like all of a sudden, just all of a sudden Tosh is here. Tosh is here. I like what I see. I like what's going on. You just increase the mood. You make things better at that scenario. Ace of Wands says you're able to pick things up and run with them as well. They like you. I think that they like you, they like you. So I think that's going to be kind of the thing. That is going to be kind of the thing there. Never mind the two hands holding the shaft. Sometimes this deck makes me wonder about the deck itself. But anyway, Tosh, I think that they like you. We're going to go thumbs up. They like you. They enjoy you. When you improve the mood of the place, I think that is kind of cool. That is kind of cool because that is somebody that you want around. Somebody that improves morale, somebody that makes people happy that you're there. When you're not there, people notice. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Sarah wants a Vox Arcana up in here. Give me some December. How is December going to look? December just hit us. December just hit us. And we don't know what to do at this point. We just don't. But the Vox Arcana is going to shed some light on that. Because we need a little bit of December action up in here, It just hit us today. I should have done the news today, but oh my God, I was busy. I was flooded with activities today, and I did not get the news. Good news, though, is that I got 2 more tarot decks. So we are going to unbox we are going to unbox all day tomorrow. We're going to do news. We're going to do unboxing. We're going to get some Patreon videos out. We are just going to be cranking the stuff out of here at this point. I'm telling you now. All right, the 2 hands. You got to do what you got to do. Melanie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, December, 2 of Cups. This is the time for new connections. It really is. This is the time for new connections. We got a little bit of 2 of Cups thing going on here. I like that for the new connections. Now, polar opposites of you. Polar opposites of you. I don't know if you're going to like that or not. I mean, hang on, December. Polar opposites of you. Some 2 of Cups, some new connection, but it does have sort of a mirror. You see some of this within yourself. You do see also polar opposites. A lot of maybe opposites attract or what have you. Ace of Pentacles is interesting. King of Cups and the 2 of Swords. You have a lot of things going on. I think that the new connection that you have is going to be a little on the awkward side at first. But then you warm up to it again because the opposites attract kind of thing. We're sort of unusual connection, unusual kind of thing happening with this, but it works itself out or it functions as it needs to. Ace of Pentacles says this is something that has a nice feel to it once we are used to it, once we get through this thing. King of Cups says don't expect big time emotional excitement with this. This is something that takes a little bit again to warm up, and if you're okay with that, I think that is going to be okay. P, yeah, sure. Email address in the description. Go ahead, P, sure, sounds good. Thank you. King of Cups, a little bit of emotional disconnection with this. again, that kind of explains the opposites. It explains sort of warming up aspect through it. And then the Two of Swords as well, too, right? The Two of Swords. This is something that is sort of different than us. That's what's cool about this. You have not only this reflection here, but you do have the Two of Swords, which is the two different worlds as well. The disconnection between the Two of Cups, it's almost like this should have worked out. This should have really been cool, but it isn't. Something's awkward about it. But over time, we warm up to it. Over time, things work out well. I like it. I like it a lot. I think that has a lot of potential in there. Anyway, Tosh wants to know, what does N feel for me? I ain't been in no contact. There's no contact up in here. What do they feel? I mean, how are they going to be better, right? How are they going to be better? Or what is going to happen with that? We need to find out. And for that, we're going to use the Vox Arcana again. What does N feel for me? Still no contact. Still no action. Tosh, what kind of potential things do we got going on here? I like it. I like it. King of Wands, Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah. You do have a couple of, that's interesting. It's interesting that we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands side by side, like a grouping or a gathering. It's like we're having contact. We're going to have all of this contact. We could potentially have a lot of beautiful contact. Look, they're touching. Look, they're touching. Look at that.
Hooray!
But then somebody jammed the Ten of Swords in between. The Ten of Swords in between.
Boo!
And it appears that there may not be contact for quite some time. I'm going to say that this looks challenged to get contact now, to get contact when you need it, to get the contact when you need that to happen. Because the Ten of Swords says there is a cutting action. There's a removal of this particular person, this particular individual from us, from this connection, from that beautiful grouping that we just had there. We had to ruin it by jamming a Ten of Swords in between it, and that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. I would say just relax with it and just don't think about it, is what I would say. Relax, don't think about it. See if the Ten of Swords will gradually, over time, sort of dissipate a little bit, and we can come together again. We can be together again. That may be something. That may be something there. But right now, that Ten of Swords says, I wouldn't hold my breath. I wouldn't hold my breath. I would just kind of relax with it, relax with it a little bit. Healing O's doesn't want to relax with it. Healing O's wants some fat cash, wants some finances, wants all of the good stuff, all of the fat cash, all of the good money, all of the things that we can get from Healing O's. We're going to get right now with we're not going to use this. We're going to use this one over here because this is what I like for these fat cash readings. And that is the Golden Art Nouveau. Golden Art Nouveau makes the grade for the fat cash readings. That's what we need. This is officially, I'm going to say now, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say this is officially my favorite deck for fat cash readings, especially finances, trying to figure out making money, trying to figure out where the money needs to go, how the money needs to work, what's happening, how it is going to go. It is going to be important for that. All right. So let's see what is happening with this. Temperance, as far as money goes, temperance is kind of interesting. We have a new source of money. We have less competition. I like it. I like it. Healing O's. In the next 3 months, you're going to have a couple of changes. Here. The first one is a new source of income is going to present itself to you, basically. Right? Ace of Pentacles. That's kind of what you want in these reads. You want something that's going to be a new source of income, something that's going to be steady, something that's going to be reliable. You want that. Unfortunately, I think that you do get a new source of income, but it's not exactly the most reliable. The Wheel of Fortune being reversed says this is sort of an iffy thing, right? But that's not bad. That's not bad. Like my income is kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of, some days it's up, some days it's down. It's donation based, or it's interest based, or it's something like that, right? You do have this action where I have a new source of income, but it's sort of up and down based upon some other factor, right? If I'm streaming, my income is up. If I'm not streaming, the income is down. If it's sort of a holiday, people are busy, the income is down. It's sort of, it depends, right? So I think that's what you have. Basically, a new source of income that's not exactly the most steady, but it does present itself as income. And I like that. Wheel of Fortune reversed, that's going to be okay. That's going to be important for you. The Five of Wands is a good one when it's reversed in this particular read, because that means you don't have much competition. Maybe you have innovated something that nobody else has, or something that everybody has been reaching for, searching for, and you're so innovative, you are so out on the cutting edge that people are just like, whoa, there's not much competition for that because you just made it. You just created it. I think that's going to be important for you. Basically, there's your finances for the next 3 months. I think the new income source is going to be pretty helpful, going to be pretty cool. The old income source kind of balances out a little bit. Basically, with this, you have things that are sort of, balanced out. I think that's kind of where you want to be at the end of the day, is have a balance in the traditional income and have a new source of income that could bring us some interesting and cool stuff. Hey, it's Boo Boo wants a weekend raid. Get some weekend Boo Boo action going on, because I'm just saying, the weekend is closer than you think. It is hump day right now. And if we can survive hump day, if we can go into Thursday all excited like we are right now, then that is going to be the magic right there. Be the magic. Okay. Boo Boo wants the Thoth, and Boo Boo gets the Thoth. I mean, Boo Boo likes to roll those dice. Roll that dice and find out what the Thoth is going to bring us this weekend. Let's see what's going on with that. Now, Boo Boo, something tells me there's something with love, something action going on over there with the connections, with the things that are happening. I think you got something going on over there that is caught. Okay, I'm going out on a limb here. We're going out on a limb here, but that's what I do. That's what I do. You brought the Millennium Thoth. That is awesome. That is amazing. You need to take advantage of anything that presents itself this weekend, is what I'm saying. You need to take advantage of anything that presents itself this weekend. Absolutely. We have the fun aspect. This is going to be sort of a fun, entertaining weekend right now, okay? A fun, entertaining weekend. I think it's going to be a healing weekend for you, too. We got a couple of fire cards in the mix. We're sandwiched by fire cards is what we're doing, right? I think you have a love connection that presents itself, and you need to do something with it, right? This is one thing that happens this weekend, I think. You need to do something with a love connection. I think if you sit on it too long, no pun intended, then I don't think it's going to work out the way that you need to. Secondly, there is some fun, freedom. There is some things happening this weekend that really sort of get you going and get you motivated this weekend too. The Princess is all about having fun, sort of decorating, sort of moving, and sort of getting things done, sort of having this sort of an excitement about there's something happening. There's something about to happen. And I think you get excited with that. It is time to move and take advantage of any opportunity that comes about this weekend, because the Moon card says you're on a cycle where right now is sort of the conclusion of that cycle and the opportunity to begin a new one. It's almost like that you've been through something, it's wrapping up this weekend, and you're ready for the next big thing. You need the next big thing, but you need to be on the train for the next big thing. If you miss this train, I think it's going to be a solid month or more before you get the next opportunity like that. So if you see an opportunity, I would absolutely jump on it. Have some fun this weekend. Understand that you're on the conclusion of the cycle that you've been on, and you definitely want to hop on to anything that is presenting itself for you. All right, there we go. Barty, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Renoa, you have not missed your reading yet. You have not missed your reading because it's right now. It's right now. You were next. All right, Renoa. Scott and I broke up, but decided to remain friends. That's good, I guess. Does he have any romantic feelings for me? Scott and I broke up, but we want to be friends. Does he have any romantic feelings left for me, or should I just forget about the D? Okay, Renoa. Let's find out if we need to chase the D, if the D is still going to be happening, or what's going to be happening. If Scott and I broke up, I would go for the Northern Animal Tarot. Hello, B. Good to see you. Serena, look at you. Don Ron Gemini, what is going on? Good to see. Everybody's joining tonight. Jeester, oh my God. Jeester, it's been a hot minute, Jeester. Where you been? Jeester's been hiding out. Jeester has been hiding out. Is what happened. Jeester, it's been a minute. Anyway, the Northern Animal Tarot, if you like these thin cards, you know, I wrote the guy that made this, or whoever made this, I wrote him. I said, hey, do you want to be on an interview on my stream? And they said, basically, you know, you made fun of my cards. You said they were too thin. I was like, well, they're kind of thin. I mean, anyway, if you like these cards, they do have a version 2 on Kickstarter right now that you can get into. You can get into these, and you can get yourself the version 2 is on Kickstarter now. And, you know, Northern Animal Tarot, it's super duper cute. It's super duper cute. You know, that's the way it goes. Jeester, you've been missing your lives because of work. Jeester, I missed you. Jeester, I've been at like a lot, you know, Jeester, I've been missing you. Just saying. Just saying. Everybody join tonight. We got, all right. Scott and I broke up. I'm sorry. Should I chase the D, or should I not chase the D at this point?
Everybody loves the D.
I would say getting the D at this point is going to be kind of, you know, I would just say, no, Jeester, you got plenty of time. We just started. I would say the D is going to be difficult to get back in it. It's gonna getting your hands on the D is going to be difficult right here. You do have some conflict. You do have some stuff going on here. You also have the movement card here. Tosh, thank you for your donation. You have the movement card. You have sort of a relaxed emotion, sort of an untamed emotion here. I would say stay friends. You know, I would say stay friends and see how it works out. I wouldn't write off anything. You know, you just can't write off. Yeah, you just can't write off it completely, because you never know. You're friends and you're hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I guess when I break up with somebody, it's hard to remain friends because now they're talking about all their new relationships, right? They're talking about this new relationship and all of this other stuff, and sometimes they get graphic with it. I don't want to hear that. I mean, I was just humping you like a week ago. I don't want to hear about you humping someone. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, yeah, Don Ron says get a new D. I think that's where you're at. No, I think that, you know, I think get a new D. You have some conflict with this. I think it's going to be difficult for them to get this description of all of the great things they're having when you ain't having none, or vice versa. You know what I mean? I think there is some love still there in the relationship that you can't really shake. But overall, I would just sort of, you know, do with it what you may. Do with it what you may. You know, I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't rely on this, basically. But hey, you never know, you know? Maybe some night, you know, some drink. Everybody had some drinks. Yeah, I don't know. This is why when I break up, I break up. I mean, this is why. Because I don't really want to hear, you know what I'm saying? You know, your partner that you just humped like last week is now telling you about other people they're humping. And you're like, you know... I don't know. That gets awkward. Okay. And then you're supposedly friends, but they never call you. Because now it's awkward. You know what I mean? You know, somebody dumps somebody or, and now it's like awkward and stuff. Yeah, you know? And so now they don't call you, and now you're supposedly friends. But, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But overall, I just wouldn't rely on that for for steady income, as they say. Your friends, you're all with the exes. I don't care what they do after me. I mean, I don't know. I get, if you're the one that broke up, I guess it'd be all right. If you're the one that broke up, I guess it'd be all right. I guess, because you don't want anything to do with them yet. But, I don't know. Is it a Harry met Sally moment? Men and women can't be friends, or previous relationships can't be friends, I guess. Who knows? Anyway, how's the Sea Aries feeling for me right now? Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance himself. I like it. I think there's a lot of good things going on with the Aries right now. Feelings for you. I think it does vary over time. You know what I mean? That's one of those things where it varies over time. So one time, G-Ster, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Should we donate on PayPal? I don't know. There it is. I see G-Ster. I see it. All right. Let me know what your question you just did. Cool. Okay. Overall, the Aries is very finicky about how they do things and why they do things and where they do things with. Knight of Pentacles says the Aries like the situation that they're in right now. If you're going to change the situation, they may not be too receptive of that. You kind of got to sort of understand, what they're doing or where they're coming from. But I think their preferences and stuff like that changes over time. You know what I'm saying? Don Ron, thank you for your generous donation. I appreciate that. Overall, I would say the Aries has romantic feelings for you, Knight of Cups, but it's very iffy. It's like some days it's strong, some days it's not. Some days it's very poignant. Some days they just couldn't care less, or they're distracted by other things. Joe is back. What's going on, Joe? Good to see you. All right, let's go. We haven't used this in a hot minute. How about we haven't used this in a hot minute? The Bonfire Tarot. The new one is coming out. The new Bonfire Tarot version 2 is coming out. And I think that's going to be important for everybody because you all want that. Blah's got the double shot tonight. What does Y want from me? Because why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Let's find out what is going on with this. Why not, I say, Blah? What does Y want from me? Let's see what kind of information we got here. Hierophant, it's a very serious thing. 4 of Cups. I think they want something temporary. They don't want anything firm. They don't want anything permanent. They want something that's going to be a little bit on the temporary side. I think they're taking the situation extremely seriously, though. They are. The Page of Swords, okay, they don't know how to communicate what they want. That's going to be another one of the problems here, right? They just don't know how to communicate what they want or where they're at or what they're doing or whatnot. The Hierophant says they sort of approaching it a little bit in the heavy-handed aspect, but that's going to be okay. Page of Swords says I don't really know how to communicate. I don't really know how to sort of get in there and whatnot, but I'm going to give it a shot. Page of Swords. At least they're giving it a shot. At least they're trying. 4 of Cups says overall this ain't going to work. You knew that. You knew that. I knew that. Everybody in chat knew that. The 4 of Cups, this is going to be difficult to get working, right? Even if we want to get working, it's going to be difficult to get working because it just doesn't feel like everything lines up like it needs to line up. So, yeah, well, he just got married and he's attracted to me. Well, there's a recipe for disaster. There's a recipe for absolute disaster. They got married 10 minutes ago and they want to hump somebody else. I mean, I'm not, hashtag not all humping. But, there it is. My application is just taking a crap right now. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Yogi wants a general for December. Let's see what is going on with that. General for December for the Yogi. Okay, let's get a different deck for this. We're going to come back to you, Blah. We're going to come back to you with this. For right now, I think that Yogi deserves, and Yogi would want, the Curious Creatures. Because that is it. That is it. The Curious Creatures is the way that we need this to happen right now. Okay. Yogi, a general for December. Early December, kind of boring. Later December, not so much. We'll see what is going on with the December read. You got a Page of Cups, you got the Fool, and the 6 of Pentacles. December is a time you're going to be spending a lot of money. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be spending some money. You got a little of that, the Fool 2.0 and the Six of Pentacles. It feels like that there's money going out, more money going out than what's coming in. It feels like we actually either dip into debt a little bit, or we have a little bit of extra expenditures happening with that. A Page of Cups for December. It does feel like December is not lining up like you need it to line up. You know what I mean? A lot of things just aren't working in December emotionally like we need them to work. It's almost like we have a massive disconnection between a lot of people in December as well. Page of Cups, a lot of things maybe I don't want to deal with. Maybe I just don't want to approach. Maybe there's something I just don't want to have in my life right now. The Fool says I definitely need to do some things that need to happen in December, and I need to wrap them up and get those going pretty soon. Six of Pentacles says we do spend a little extra money. We do have a little bit of more expenditures in December than we would like. It's almost like we turned upside down kind of on the, on some of the cards or what have you. But yeah, I just feel like there's some stuff going on with that. But hey, that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes sometimes. All right, we're going to keep using more curious creatures, even though Don Ron, it freaks you out. Why would it freak you out? And Don Ron, it's just a tarot deck at the end of the day. It's just a tarot deck at the end of the day. Is my ex-husband getting some on the side? Is the ex getting some on the side? Let's start out using an Amy deck right now. We're going to use an Amy, otherwise known as Push Kitty deck, and we are going to use the Little Buddha Tarot. The Little Buddha Tarot is the deck of choice right now. I think this is going to be cool. Is the ex-husband seeing somebody? Are they looking at somebody? Are they humping somebody else? The Sun, the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. I think they're seeing one of the worst people that they've ever encountered. I'm telling you now, they're trying out a connection that not only isn't going to work, but it's quite possibly one of the worst encounters they've ever had. And it is going to dead end on them very hardcore at the end of the day. You got the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. The conflict, the drama this person's bringing in, ain't nobody got time for that. But the Sun card, it looks so nice. It looks so pleasant. It looks so incredible. It looks so maybe a little on the dangerous side. I'm willing to do that, blah. I wanted to do a little dangerous action on that. A little drama, a little spice seems okay. But the Five of Pentacles is going to leave them a little bit on the broke side. Going to leave them a little bit on the having zero patience side. Because I think that's where we're headed. The Five of Pentacles says we have some problems. We have some problems with this individual, and we may not be able to get rid of them as fast as we would like. I think he is seeing someone. I do too. And I think that is not going to be a great connection. You know what I mean? Not going to be the best connection, but that's okay because they're an ex. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, blah. You know what I'm saying, blah. Blah. You know what I'm saying. I mean, it's the ex. I mean, Okay. Anyway, that sounds terrible, but that's the way I go. That's the way I roll. All right. Let's see. Jeester donated. My question is what my boss is going to say to me in their upcoming review. Jeester. Oh, no. Jeester, we need to find out how this review is going to go. And we're going to use the Curious Travels deck for this because I like this deck. I think this deck is all about the Curious Travels indeed. And you are going to have a Curious Travel into that review room, into the room and get your annual review because it is that time. We're coming up on December and we are in it now, but we're coming up and we're going to have to deal with the reviews, We're going to have to deal with the reviews and see what happens with all of that. Okay, I would say the Two of Cups is nice. The Two of Cups is nice. You got a couple of twos and I think it's going to go quite well. Is what I say. I think it's going to go great. You have the Ace of Coins. If you're going to get a review, I like that. It means they're pretty proud of you. They like you, and they want to give you a little bit, maybe money. I don't think immediately, but you do get a little bit of extra money. The Ace of Pentacles says, hey, I get a little bit of a boost, a little bit of something, a little something. Now, I don't think they agree with what you wrote. your little summary that you wrote, I don't think they agree with it. I think they have other ideas and other things. Basically, what I'm saying, Geester, is listen to what they say in the room and listen carefully. Listen very carefully, because they're going to give you a hint to something that they want that they haven't directly told you about, that you are going to be able to chase and really impress them. Really, really impress them. They are going to give you a hint of something. And if you chase it, you are going to be the rock star. You're literally going to be the rock star, is what I'm saying. All right. Anyway, the 2 says, overall, they like you. It's a good connection. And, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. I like it. You're from the Bahamas. I just came back from the Bahamas. I went to a cruise. Bahamas was nice indeed. Welcome, Shaquille. How are you doing? All right. Let's go to the next read. See what kind of things we got going on. HK. We already did that. Why is that coming up? Okay, we got midnight. We got the ex seeing somebody. What does why want with me? We got midnight. We're actually moving right along. We're moving right along. We're doing good tonight. I like this. All right. Midnight. Possibility of C cheating in the future. Oh my. That's not good.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
If I was going to cheat on somebody, I would do it with the Curious Travels Tarot. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Karen, thank you for your donation. Okay, the stream's still going. What do I need to push my sports career through this stagnancy? All right, we are going to see about your stagnancy. Karen, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. And very generous donation too. I appreciate you. All right. Are we going to be cheating? Magician, the Empress, and the Queen. Cheating in the future, the possibility of cheating in the future. Okay, before we do this, entertainment purposes only. Never assume somebody is going to cheat on you based upon a fat man reading cards on the internet, first off. I think this person loves a lot of attention. I think they love attention. Just what I'm saying. They love attention. The Empress and the Magician. I think they're good at communicating with the opposite sex or with the same sex, or whatever goes happens. The Magician and the Empress, I'm good at communicating with other people. I'm good at having people like me. I'm good at these kind of things. And I think that the Queen of Swords, it does say that there is some temptation out there with all of that. There is a little bit of temptation with that. And that is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. The Empress card is, they like attention. They like comfort. And, that's going to be. So if you're looking at possibility, I think that they're good at communicating with other people. I think they're good at building attraction. They're good at people getting interest. We have the Magician next to the Empress. I'm good at that connection. I'm good at the creation of something magical, something loving. I'm good at it. I'm very good at it. But the Queen of Swords, it says, be careful with that action. Be careful with that. So I don't know how to even answer that question. I'm just saying, I'm just presenting what I'm presenting to you. You can surmise whatever conclusion you would like to do. But, that's just the way it goes. Anyway, so I would say, there you go. There you go. There you go. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Never assume somebody's cheating based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. Now we are going to get the real deal right here. We are going to get whatever the hell this deck is. The Elemental Wisdom Tarot. The Elemental Wisdom Tarot is coming out. We're going to break it out. We're going to slap it down for love apples. Love apples. What's going to happen to this complete and utter jerk that I work with? He has finally crossed the line. And I had to go to HR. No, I'm thinking about going to HR. Oh, my. Nakona, I think I missed your reading. Nakona, where'd your reading go? Nakona, I'm sorry. Nakona, I'm sorry. I missed it. I'm coming back. I'm coming back to you in a minute. Jesse, feel free to donate. Feel free to throw it down, my friend. Feel free to throw it down. Okay, let's see. We got to calm down. Love apples is going through something over here. Love Apples has a complete asshole that's chasing him or something. Queen Famous, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Now, this jerk is coming on to Love Apples a little too strong, it sounds like. They crossed the line. They crossed the line. What are we going to do? Just kick them right in the... Oh, no, don't do that. All right. So what's going to happen to them? Well, Knight of Coins, Queen of Coins, Knight of Coins, and the King of Coins. I don't know what's going to happen to them. If you go to HR, basically they're going to get fired. So that's what I'm saying. They're basically just going to get, they're going to get canned. They're going to get canned. They are going to get thrown under the corporate bus. We have a lot of pentacles here. There's a lot of people that will be watching this, that will be wondering what's happening or wondering what's going on. A lot of people will be very interested in this if they knew about it. That is for sure. Jesse, we only have 4 more to go. No, 5 more to go. Okay. I would say basically, yeah, death. You're looking at what's going to happen. I think death, because it's interesting, this combo, right? You have the Queen and the King of Coins, this match between the individual and the corporation. You have the Knight of Coins as well. The Knight of Coins is they're a little too comfortable with where they're at. They're a little too comfortable with what they're doing. And I don't think that's going to work out long term, because at any job, you kind of got to keep your head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? Because the jobs right now are kind of weird. But you do have them and the company here, and you do have a termination or a, sort of a leaving, an exit right here. Knight of Coins says they got too comfortable. They're a little bit, a little bit too comfortable with what they're doing. And that's bad, because I don't think anybody wants to be harassed or be annoyed at work, because you got to go there. You have to, if you had an option of maybe not going, that'd be great. But no, you have to go to make a living. And you don't want people making your life miserable at a place that you got to go. So I think they would get canned, is what I think. Honey Delight, thank you for your other donation. I greatly appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to go ending soon, I think. Yeah, we're going to end soon. Christina's actually working from home today, so we're going to go enjoy some time with Christina after this. Now, positive changes is what Nakona wants. Positive change. By the way, we're wrapping up. We're ending soon. We got 5 donations. We got 6 donations to go. 6 donations to go, and any more donations will be read tomorrow. All right. Report them. Yeah. You gotta report that kind of crap, because ain't nobody got time for that. You just, you know what I'm saying? Jesse, thank you for your very generous donation. Jesse, let me know what your question is. Taj, thank you for your donation. Okay. What positive changes will come my way in 2022? 2 of Wands. This is something where you're able to control your environment a little better in 2022. I think you're able to control it. You're able to sort of get with it. You're able to get all of this done in 2022. You're able to sort of have more of a command of where you're going, how you're doing it, and all of these other things. Now, the world next to this really says, because of this, you're going to be able to do some things that you haven't been able to do before. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to get some things happening that you just haven't been able to do before. Things that dead-ended are not exactly dead-ended anymore. That is going to be important for you. And Nine of Cups, it says a lot of the emotional satisfaction that you have been seeking and searching are going to arrive in 2022, especially after summer. It's like summertime, right? Summertime kind of thing. But that is the way it goes. That is what's going to be important. And that is really going to be what sort of brings your spirits up overall. So look for summer to be literally completely different than what you have been experiencing. Okay, I'm just saying that now. Look at summer being different emotionally than what you have been experiencing so far. Nakona, yeah, I did skip your reading. Nakona, I went back though. I went back. High Priestess, you were right. I got the job with Charles Schwab. Thank you, High Priestess, for your feedback. I greatly appreciate that. And congratulations. Congratulations. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Yes, yes.
Hooray!
All right, now we're going to go with the good deck. We're going to go with the good cards. My dad's girlfriend has moved in and changed the house. All of her decorating ideas seem set up for two. I'm feeling sidelined like a third wheel. What is this about? Melanie, your dad's girlfriend moved in and changed everything. Everything is set up for only two people, and it seems like you're the third wheel now. That ain't no good. That ain't no good. Girlfriend's got to respect the family. Girlfriend's got to respect the family. If you're dating somebody with a family, you need to respect the family. I'm just telling you right now, you need to respect the family. I do it. Everybody else should do it too, because it really, really makes everybody feel more comfortable. It makes everything go better, right? It makes everything go better because ain't nobody got time for a bunch of disrespecting people coming into the house. I mean, the house was there before they were there. You know what I'm saying? The house was there before they were even there. Anyway, Aditi, I'm sorry I got to ban you. Sorry, you've been spamming every second of this entire stream, and so you're out. I apologize in advance, but goodbye. All right, okay, anyway, they came in, they didn't respect the existing structure of the family. Five of Swords says they know what they're doing. That's the problem. They knew they were doing this. They knew they were doing this. They knew this was a problem. Two of Pentacles says they have a choice to make with this, the Moon and the King of Wands. Basically, they're trying to take it over. I think you kind of already knew that, right? They're trying to take it over. That's sort of the way it goes. That's the way it goes. I mean, Five of Swords. This is somebody coming in, disrespecting the existing structure that was there instead of incorporating themselves into the structure, right? King of Wands, same kind of thing. I need to have this power. I need to exert my control, throw the fire in there, and make all of this happen. Now, the Moon says she chills out over time. I wouldn't be too concerned. You know what I'm saying? She chills out over time. So be patient with her. She will chill out with this kind of crap. But you just got to be patient with it. And the Two of Pentacles, it's all about her making good choices from now on, right? I would express that you do feel like a third wheel. There's a lot of things happening with this, and let them, sort of deal with that, right? You got to kind of deal with that, because I think that's going to be important that we communicate, make our feelings known, and let them modify things a little bit so that they feel more inclusive, right? Because we do have a Two of Pentacles. It feels like there's only two, and that's what you don't want to deal with. That is what you don't want to deal with by far. Anyway, you're just rewinding. Yeah, sorry about that, Nakona. All right, hello, B. Career question, and getting a job before 2021 ends? That's very quick. Hello, B. That's right around the corner. Hello, B. Getting a job in like 30 days. All right, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Hello, B. I have confidence in you. Hello, B. If anybody can do it, you can do it. Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Justice, and the Four of Swords. No, it's going to be a little bit longer. I think you got a couple of good leads, though. Nice leads, good leads in there. Ace of Cups, there's a lot of good things that are coming out. A lot of good things I see that I'm kind of excited about. I have a lot of interesting sort of plans to chase, interesting things to do and whatnot. Very cool indeed. Seven of Pentacles says planting your seeds now is going to be important. Planting your seeds right now is going to be very important, because after 2021 ends, the job that you want begins. I think you actually just nail that job afterwards, right? But you do have a planning. Basically, this is time to get your resume up to date. Four of Swords, get any certificates, get any training under your belt that you need in order to move forward with this. And Justice card, it says, get all of this stuff balanced out, get all this stuff prepared, because I think 2022 is going to be lightning in a bottle for you as far as career is concerned. Is what I'm saying. Lightning in a bottle and it's going to release itself in 2022. You have a lot of stuff happening in your career in 2022. Hello, B. Hello, B, indeed. I think you're going to be awesome. You're going to be awesome in 2022, but it seems like 2021 is going to wrap up with some good leads and some good experiences and some good things that could happen. But it's going to take 2022 for those to manifest. Anyway, Tosh, at least that's what the tarot thinks. Tosh wants to know. Tosh wants to know. Too much work, a busy career, take a back seat, next action towards me. Okay. A is too much work. I'm busy with a career, so I took a step back. What is he going to do? What kind of actions do they have towards me? I need some water. My voice is going. My voice is going. Need to clear my throat. And I've muted for that because ain't nobody got time for that. All right. We're going to use the Fauna Bell Tarot for this, Tosh. Tosh, A is too much work. You know, I feel you. I feel you on that. Some days, I feel you on that. All right. I'm busy with my career. I took a step back. What are the next actions towards me? What kind of things can we expect from this? I think, all right, the Empress. I think taking a step back was very prudent for you right now. Because I do think, indeed, that we need space at this time. We need space. And having a step back is going to be very prudent for this. I think that eventually, basically, both of you start missing each other and start missing the aspects that you had, missing the excitement, missing the fun, missing the cool things that you had together. And I think that just basically comes around, and then all of a sudden you readdress the situation. You readdress how things are going. You know what I'm saying? I think that's important because time and space away are very important right now. And A plus, thumbs up for your decision. Thumbs up for your decision, right? Because I think it basically fosters a missing, and it fosters a, time away. Makes things better, makes things more clear, makes you understand what you had and what you can have in the future a little bit better, is what I'm thinking. So A plus on the decision. I like that. All right. We need the Anna K Tarot if possible. Of course it's possible. Should I go to Kentucky or Florida to get the most money out of my business? That's a throwdown, is what that is.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
And for this throwdown, we're going to use everybody's favorite cards, the Anna K Tarot. Now, if you haven't seen the Anna K Tarot, you don't watch this channel very much, because like all of my first videos were nothing but Anna K Tarot, more Anna K Tarot, and more Anna K Tarot. That's what I'm saying. And more Anna K Tarot. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. Should I go to Kentucky or Florida? I would say we got Kentucky up here and Florida down here. Let's go with Kentucky up here. Okay. Florida down here. All right, it's pretty clear that Florida wins. First off, let's look at Kentucky. Okay, let's see what kind of Kentucky things we got. Kentucky feels like you're more obligated to be there. In other words, that kind of weird, but Kentucky feels like that once you start, you're stuck there. There's some sort of an obligation that ties you there that's difficult to shake, or that's difficult to get out, or that's kind of difficult to deal with. I would say that Kentucky kind of feels like not really a dead end, but it feels like that there's not a lot of choice once you get there. You're kind of stuck, is what I'm saying. You're kind of big time stuck at that point. The king says I'm sort of isolated right there. We do have the Hermit here. Is that an isolation? No, it's more of an emotional isolation. We have the Lord of Defeat as well. Just kind of points to Kentucky being a little bit too much. Florida, The main thing that makes me choose Florida immediately is the star. You're guided to Florida. Florida is drawing you. Florida is making it happen. Now, if you've read my book, you know the Hermit is a safe landing card. Not only is it sort of a, lonely card, not only is it sort of a Virgo card like me, but it means safe landings or safe arrivals or good arrival or happy arrival at your destination. And I think that's important because that's what you need. You're guided there and you're safely there and you're happy there. And Temperance says it has the balance that you need. That's not like the imbalance that we had in Kentucky. Overall, Florida wins. Florida wins by a mile. Now, this is interesting. This is interesting that none of these cards were pentacles. None of these cards were pentacles. It almost feels like your money potential, your earning potential is sort of based upon your happiness there or your preparedness to be there or your contentment at being there. It feels like if you're miserable, you're not really going to make much money. And I think that's what the tarot's alluding to by immediately removing all the pentacles out of the deck for this reading. So basically, your happiness, your contentment gives you the open doors that you need to make the more money. But money just flowing in because you arrive at a particular destination, it's sort of saying, no, maybe not kind of thing. Anyway, that makes sense. That makes sense to you. All right. Karen donated what I needed to put my sports career out of this stagnancy. We're stuck. We're not able to get the sports the way that we need to, So we got to do something. We got a jumper. We got the Queen of Cups. Karen wants to know about the sports and all of this other stuff. Tosh, we're going to have to get your reading tomorrow, Tosh. We got Jesse coming up after Karen, and then we will be wrapping it up. Tosh, first thing tomorrow, we will get your reading out there. Okay. Pushing a sports career to the next thing. The Lovers, I mean, the stagnancy is because you're bored. The stagnancy is because you've lost your inspiration. You've lost a lot of the inspiration that you've had before. And I think that's going to be a problem. You need to find new inspiration. You need to find the passion of where you are at or what you want to do. Queen of Cups is water in water. It is all about the passion. You have to do the passion. Okay? You have to do the passion. Yep, Karen's read. And I think once you have that passion, you're going to be able to get through the Five of Swords moment, the Lord of Defeat moment. Now, what brings you the passion? You're going to have to find that yourself, basically. The Lovers, right? I need to find this thing that brings me the passion. Okay, let me tell you about this. I haven't painted a damn thing in a month. I haven't painted anything in a month, which is weird for me because I need some passion. I need something to inspire me to get painting again. So I bought a class from an old guy that I love to watch, and I'm watching it and I'm getting inspired and I want to start painting again. That was my Lovers. That was my match. That was my inspiration. And that is my Queen of Cups. That brings me the passion, brings me the excitement to get started in what I need to get started on. And don't just abandon it, right? Don't just abandon it. Keep going. Keep the passion flowing. Keep everything going. I think it will get you back into your sports big time. That could be inspirational videos. That could be training with somebody. It could be watching somebody that's inspiring. It could be a mix of everything. It could be reading a book about somebody's success in the same sport and go, I can do that as well. It's not outside of my reach. And I think that's where you need to get. You need to find that Lover's moment. For me and my painting, it was all about Michael James Smith, which I absolutely love. And once I got started on those videos again, I got excited and I want to paint more of the Lover's remains, apparently. All right, in the last reading, shifting your energy is going to be so critical. Jesse, you're the last reading of the night. Jesse, thank you so much for, appreciate you. All right, Jesse donated $10. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate you. Look at you. All right. Jesse wants to know, question about the guy I like. What's going to happen with me and him? When am I going to meet someone that isn't, if it isn't him? All right. I like a guy, and I want to know about this guy. And in order to do this, we are going to use the Modern Love Tarot. The Modern Love Tarot, you should just go ahead and buy this. I mean, okay, spoiler alert. I'm going to come up with the best decks to get for a holiday season, for gifts. This is damn near number one. I'm just saying, this is almost in the number one section because it is just gorgeous. It is held. Look at this. Look how this is held up. I abuse this thing. Look at how this thing is held up. Look at this. Is nice. This is nice. I abuse this thing every day. I read this thing every day for like what? A year, not a year, months and months and months and months and months. It looks new. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Do you want star sign? Sure, give me your star sign, Jesse. Throw it this away. Throw it this away. What's going to happen between me and the guy that I like? High Priestess, Ten of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. I think there's a lot of things preventing you and this guy from working out the way that you want to work out. I'm not writing it off completely. I think this person has a lot of potential for being just the great person in your life that really gets you going, that really gets you started. You have the High Priestess into the Ten of Cups. It's like we have a serious relationship that's pending. We have a serious relationship that could be. We have things that need to be in here to work out. And it seems like a lot of those things aren't lining up, right? A lot of those things aren't lining up. The Queen of Swords and the Eight of Swords point to just a mismatch overall with how things work. Okay, Aries and Virgo. I mean, that could be. Virgo's going to drive you bananas. I mean, I'm a Virgo man, and I'm telling you now, Virgo men are going to drive you bananas, but okay. An Aries would kill me. And if I dated an Aries, they would kill me within, I'm just saying, I wouldn't survive it. Anyway, I mean, Scorpio's bad enough. Scorpio's about to wring my neck too. But an Aries, no. Queen of Swords, it just says it's a mismatch. It just feels like the match just isn't coordinated. The match isn't the way that it needs to be. Could this work out? Sure. Ten of Cups is absolutely, we have a lot of potential doing this, but it just seems that this match is not exactly... So Eight of Swords says we're restricted from doing some of the stuff we want to do. It seems like the Virgo is constantly wanting to not do what we want to do. The Virgo is constantly not on the same page as us when we're trying to get things done. It feels like the Virgo is on a different page entirely. It almost feels like they're slowed down, right? They're slowed down basically with that. So there's what's kind of blocking it and all that other stuff. I think it could work out. It could work out. Okay, here's my advice. If you want this to work out, oh, this is the Dream Tarot. This is the Dream Tarot by Push Kitty. It's on Kickstarter. Dream Tarot. Okay. If you want this to work out, you're going to have to get them to start moving and to see things your way and to keep up with you. And I think that's going to be kind of hard sometimes, right? I think it's going to be kind of hard. I think you need someone that can keep up with you long term. And if you can get that mode, I mean, a Virgo can get off their butt and go with you. A Virgo can catch up to you. A Virgo can keep in there, but they need the motivation. And I think the motivation is kind of lacking a little bit with this particular individual. Anyway, I think it could work out. I'm not saying don't let it work out. It could work out, but it's just challenging. You're going to have to work with this individual. You're going to have to put up with a lot of stuff, and you're going to have to kind of, get them to be on the same page you are, because a lot of times they're just not on the same page. If you can do that, I wouldn't say give up on them. Again, I wouldn't say give up on them. I would say work with them, be flexible, and be understanding that the Virgo needs to overanalyze things sometimes. But, that's the way it goes. Anyway, I think it has a good potential to work out. You just have to get both of y'all on the same page. Anyway, and that is it for me. Tasha will get your reading tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow.